Welcome to Pro Tradecraft's Weatherization Nation, the show about building smart from the start. Last week, we covered the walls with Tyvek, a weather-resistive barrier. We also learned how to upgrade it to an air barrier and cleared up a common misconception that we at Pro Tradecraft see on many of our travels around the continent. Tyvek's a weather barrier, and it can be an air barrier, but Tyvek is not a vapor barrier.
Tyvek is not a vapor barrier. It allows vapor to pass through it and dry out through diffusion. A vapor barrier would be like a solid piece of plastic that is not going to allow any air or moisture through it. Tyvek is a water and air barrier. Tyvek is not a vapor barrier.
This week, we're going to cut a hole in that air and weather barrier and install a leak-free window. Tyvek specifies an I shape, folding the sides into the rough opening. They also spec a flap cut at the top. At the bottom, it's good to slope the sill, such as with a piece of beveled siding. Use flexible flashing to fashion a sill pan that directs water out. Now, apply sealant to either the wall around the opening or to the back of the window flanges, and put the window in the hole. When the bottom is level and the window is square, nail it off. The side flanges are then sealed to the Tyvek with flashing tape, as is the top flange. Do not extend the sides above the top flashing, but do extend the top past the sides. Now you can flap that flap down and tape the edges against leaks. With the outside weather tight, we can fly inside and seal the perimeter with low expansion foam. Some carpenters like to use a sealant at the bottom rather than foam because it doesn't expand at all. Now that we've done it in animation land, let's see how it's done in the real world. First, Ray locates the opening by pushing against the Tyvek, and then he cuts the eye hole. He cuts the top flap about 4 inches high to make space for the flashing tape that'll go up later.
Okay, there we go. Got a good 4-inch diagonal cut right there.
He tacks the flap in place and indulges in a job site joke with Victor.
Then, like I said, what I like to do is I'm going to cut this back in the middle of the jam,
where the end can be sealed into the framing later with perimeter foam. Now it's time for the flex wrap pan flashing, which is cut to be about 12 inches longer than the rough opening.
we'll fold it in half,
Peeling back the inner portion of the split release paper,
start from one side,
he places the center of the flashing into the center of the rough opening.
make sure we got a minimum of 2 inches sticking out. Work it as we go to avoid any dimpling in the corners.
Ray uses a speed square to fit the flashing tightly into the corner.
Make sure we've got a minimum of 6 inches coming up the sides.
He moves
here.
to the other end of the pan flashing, working it as he goes.
Work it as you go.
Now, he peels off the last of the release paper
Work that edge out.
and works the flashing around the corner and onto the face of the wall.
Finish out.
It's important to use a roller, squeegee, or some other tool to work the flashing tape into the substrate. Pushing the adhesive into the pores of the substrate yields superior performance. Ray spreads sealant on the back of the window flange, covering the nail holes. Terrence, the Tyvek specialist, points out that the nail holes are about as far toward the inner edge that the sealant should be placed. It's best to place the bead toward the outer edge of the flange to make sure the sealant beds into the wall when the window is lifted up and placed in the opening. Looks like the bead placement was just right.
Go ahead, Victor, put one in this side.
Ray levels the bottom and Victor nails the bottom corners. On a small window like this, it's unlikely that the unit will be out of square, but because the camera's rolling, Ray checks the sides for plumb and the top for level.
Give me 1 second, Victor. Let me double check to make sure we're still square.
When Ray's satisfied that the window is level, plumb, and square, Victor nails it off. Now, the window is integrated with the house wrap and the wall sheathing at the top. To seal the perimeter further against any water or air leaks, they use straight flash on the jambs and head.
Make sure you're 1 inch past.
The jamb flashing extends about an inch above the top of the window, so it'll be buried by the head flashing tape. Again, rolling the tape to assure maximum adhesion. The bottom of the window remains unsealed so that any water that does work its way into the window will be able to drain out. Inside, the perimeter will be sealed with low expansion grate stuff, but the outside of the bottom remains unsealed to allow drainage. After installing the head flashing to extend beyond the jamb flashings, Victor seals the final flap on the edges with Tyvek tape. He places one small piece of tape in the center to keep the flap closed, but also to allow water from above to drain out. And that pretty much wraps up this episode of Weatherization Nation. Next time, we'll drying in the roof with a combination of peel and stick membrane and a synthetic roofing underlayment called Protect.